Hey guys, great to hear. And apparently, right now, Christopher Nolan is being eyed to direct the new James Bond movie. I remember back in 2011 or 10, no, 2000 like 9 or 10, where Christopher Nolan, there was talks about Christopher Nolan going to direct uh, the next Bond movie, which was going to be Skyfall. And and then another article saying that that Megan Fox was the new is going to be the new Bond girl, which is ugh. I don't think people would like that. Or what's it called? She's also eyed to be Wonder Woman at some around the same time I read that article. But that was years ago. But now it's official that well, it's not really official yet, but there's been talks that Christopher Nolan's either going to be the I think like writer or producer of the movie, or he's actually going to direct the movie. I hope he's directing the movie. That'd be awesome. And if he's directing it, they might change Bonds. Maybe I don't know, maybe like Tom Hardy or something like that, or I don't know. I I'd love to see new a new Bond. I mean, Daniel Craig is phenomenal as James Bond, but if he doesn't want to do it anymore, I wouldn't mind like Tom Hart. The one that I want for James Bond right now is Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill looks like James Bond. He needs to be Bond. He needs to be the next Bond. He has the hair. He has the looks. He has the physique. He has the suaveness of a spy. He should be James. He should be the next James Bond, if not Tom Hardy. Um, so, yeah, it's pretty much my thought. I think Christopher Nolan would do a great job with the Bond series. I think he'd add like a great sense of realism into the franchise. I would like to see the kind of flair he puts into the series, and I think it'd be really cool to see. So, what are your guys' thoughts on Christopher Nolan possibly directing a new James Bond movie? I wonder when the new Bond movie is coming out. Probably in a couple of years, because it usually takes like 5 or 6. It usually takes, I don't know. For a Bond movie, they have a weird order. Sometimes it could be 3 years. Sometimes it could be 4 years. Sometimes it could be 6 years. The longest gap between a Bond movie was 6 years. That was License to Kill between GoldenEye. 1989 to 1995 is the biggest gap between a Bond movie. But yeah, or we could go back to the 60s where they had a Bond movie every year. 62, 63, 64, 65, 67, and 69. But and then 77, 74. But anyway, or not 77, 74. I meant 73 and 74. But yeah, I would love to see what Christopher Nolan does with the Bond movies. Is he gonna direct one? Or is he gonna do two like Sam Mendes did? Sam Mendes did a great job with Skyfall. I thought he did really good with Spectre also. I think Spectre is a little underrated, but Christopher Nolan, I'd like to see what he brings to the table. What are your thoughts on Christopher Nolan directing James Bond?